just trying to prop you up on the windowsill. Okay, we're good. I have no idea what I'm doing with my hair today. I washed it last night. It wasn't 100% dry before I went to bed. So I've got some kinks going on. Not as bad as when it was long though, which is just basically how I feel about my hair 100% of the time. So I'm gonna put a little bit of heat on it with the tongs, whack some rollers in, just get it off my face. It's mostly the back that I love rollers for, because it can kind of do the back of my hair for me. The only straightener I've got is quite wide, and so it just doesn't really work. Whereas when I put on a little bit of heat, which obviously that will work with a hairdryer, but I'm not doing that right now because that would be really annoying noise. So instead, I'll just put little bits of heat on with my tongs, whack in some rollers, and it will kind of smooth out. Can I see what I'm doing? Do you know how many scars I've got on my hand from, I honestly can't see through my hair, from using tongs? I was talking to Emma about this. I actually meant to mention it in the podcast episode that we did that was about, what was it about? Plastic surgery and treatments. That one of the reasons, I think I did mention it for Botox, one of the reasons that I didn't have microblading, because I was dead set on it. I was like, absolutely 100%. Once I started reading about it, I was like, this is for me. Microblading sounds amazing. It's like skin texture. It helps with fine lines, tone, everything. Everything about microblading sounded like right up my street. And then I started reading and I thought, oh, what if you are prone to whatever it's called, the scarring that I'm prone to, the hyper something. Anyway, I googled it and it said it's not recommended if you are, because I will scar just like at the drop of a hat. I don't need any assistance. So I got one the other day, and I'm hoping that it's not going to turn out too badly. But if I can get a scar, my skin's like, take it. Anyway, right now I'm getting ready, funnily enough, talking of the podcast, I'm getting ready to go meet Emma. We're going to sit outside Starbucks in the car, have a nice Starbucks, and we're going to record the episode for Emma's channel. I'm actually not sure about the topic today, I can't remember. We've decided to switch up the topic for this Wednesday. We already have one recorded, but I'm going to move that to next month. Because Emma made a very good point that we should talk about Taylor Swift, be topical. Now, I haven't listened to the new album. I'm sure you guys have, because it is the thing. But I haven't listened to the new album. Emma is loving it, and I've got thoughts about the whole thing of Taylor Swift. I really like Taylor Swift's music, the stuff that I have listened to that I enjoy. I originally found her in the I'm trying to think, was it the Fearless album? Like a long time ago, when Milo was little. I really enjoyed that stuff. And I've just not, I think the last one that I was mega excited about was 1989. I remember being excited about that coming out. I remember listening to it on the train. We were going to New York soon after. The whole thing was like, oh, I love it. But I haven't had that, oh, I must listen to the new Taylor Swift album feeling since then. And although I get that she's like very masterful and she's great at what she does, she's an amazing songwriter, and it really kind of speaks to people, I wonder how much of it is that you don't want to be left behind. You don't want to be yeah, you don't want to be left behind. You don't want to, oh, it's like giving me like a strange men's fringe. Yeah, how much of it is that you don't want to be left behind. You kind of want to be down with the current pop culture moment more than you absolutely love Taylor Swift. I mean, I don't doubt that there are people out there that are like, I will do anything for Taylor Swift. But I wonder how many of those people, how many of them are the people we're hearing from, and how many are there just people who want to be in with this moment. I'm just going to try and like smooth it out like this. I'm going to have the clip mark, but more hair will cover it. I'm just kind of learning different ways to style this length of hair is all. I'm also not sure what heat tools I can take with us to, funnily enough, talking about New York, to New York next month. With my long hair, I usually wouldn't take anything, and I would just, at most, blow dry it straight. But that was all part of the problem, wasn't it? How to grow your hair long. Don't style it. People who want long hair to style it. People who have long hair got long hair by not styling it. That is the irony of it all. But I am enjoying styling the short hair because it's just quick and easy. And as I said before, if it goes wrong, which, I mean, how wrong can it go? But if it goes wrong, you just wash it and it doesn't matter at all. I suppose I could take the rollers, just like a handful of rollers, and like blast it with the hairdryer. But it would be nice if this would work. I don't know about the voltage, I'll have to look it up. I know a lot of stuff doesn't like work cross voltage. I know that for a lot of people who are like really dead set on their air wraps, they don't work. How annoying. Like, all that money and you've become completely obsessed with this device to style your hair. Like, you can't think of anything else that you'd ever want to style your hair with, and then they're like, oh yeah, but it doesn't work when you're on holiday. That's crazy. Why would we do that? Why would we let it work while you're on holiday? I'm just gonna put it in, this is gonna sound mad, but I'm gonna put it in a scarf while I put my makeup on, because it's kind of in my way. These scarves were not purchased for this reason. Oh my goodness. But they're gonna do the job. I think I could get into a headscarf. I wore one yesterday for like fancy dress. Just kind of want to get it like, that'll do it. Yep, that'll do it. I don't know, I think that it's an accessory that I could get on board with. I wore one yesterday when we were doing fancy dress. We did a murder mystery. It was so fun. Although it was difficult to keep it on my head. I wonder if there's a trick. Probably should have put like grips in the back of it or something. But I've been watching the Palm Royale on Apple TV. Would recommend. Really fun. And it's set in the 60s in Palm Beach in Florida. And it's all kind of these retro colours, and oh, I just love it. It's become like my obsession show. There's only about 6 episodes out. When there were 2 episodes or 3 episodes, I think, when it first launched, and they're giving us an episode a week. And when there were 2 episodes, I just kept watching the same 2 episodes. Then when there were 3, I kept watching the same 3 episodes. Now, I just feel like it's become my background show to my life. I just really enjoy it. And Lee thinks it's insane because every time it comes in the living room, I'm watching the same show. Not just the same show, but like the same few episodes of the same show. It's a bit weird, I agree. But that's kind of where the headscarf idea came from, because Karen and I are doing a summer collection for our candles and such. And I wanted it to be originally like a Palm Springs. I don't think this brush is long for this word, because there's so many hairs that are coming out. It's possible I've not looked after it. Most of my brushes need washing. This is really, though, like, getting to be a problem. Yeah, I wanted to do like Palm Springs. Like, I was thinking same kind of colours, but like a retro Palm Springs thing was my original idea. Now we've gone for like more of kind of a 60s summer vibe. So one is called Havana, which is mojito scent. One is Palm Springs, which is aloe and coconut, because desert, and it's like a really fresh scent. And then the other is called Cocoa Beach, which is pina colada. Cocoa Beach, which is C-O-C-O Beach, but Cocoa Beach, C-O-C-O-A Beach, is in Florida. So that's kind of where we've gone. And I said we should do some fun, like retro 60s promos. So the whole thing was so weird. Lee had a lime green convertible last week as his courtesy car when his car went to get fixed, which is so weird because it couldn't be further removed from the car that Lee has. So to give him that as a courtesy car was weird. It was weird. And when Karen and I had been talking about the fact that we should do these weird promos, fun, not weird, weird/fun promos, I said, oh, we should see if we can hire a not courtesy car, a convertible. Like, we were never going to do this, but I wrote it down. It's like, yeah, we should totally do this. This will be really fun. And then literally the next day, I had not spoken to Lee about this at all, but literally the next day, Lee messages me and says, look at the car they've given me as a courtesy car. Like, oh my God, can you believe? Couldn't believe it. The car was lime green. Our colours for the summer collection are green, orange and pink. Like, this is spooky. This is spooky. I think there was a bit of lure attraction at play there, really, because it was weird. But we took that out this week, and we took some pictures, and I bought some headscarves and some retro sunglasses, and yeah, that was just, it was a lot of fun. And we're going to do some more stuff, like, you know, sitting in the garden with cocktails, that kind of thing. It's just all kind of, I already wanted to do the Palm Springs collection. I had the kind of retro 60s summer in mind before I started watching Palm Springs. Not Palm Springs, Palm Royale. But now it's basically taken over my life. Cannot exist without it. It's also a murder mystery, which I keep forgetting because it doesn't feel like a murder mystery. But it is. So by the end, or not a murder mystery, but it is a mystery because in the beginning, someone has clearly been shot. And we're finding out whether or not our main protagonist is to blame. And if she is, what drove her to it, etc. And each episode we see her being more and more unhinged, and then other people having potentially things happen that you're like, perhaps it's them. Oh, it's really good. I would recommend it. What else has been happening? Probably lots. I'll tell you one thing. In the vlogs this week, I have made no secret of the fact that I felt super overwhelmed. And it's kind of funny because I sent Emmy yesterday. I've just felt like too many plates. I'm committing to too many things. I just do not have the bandwidth or just like the actual time to do all the things that I'm supposed to be doing. So I've been talking about this in the vlog and saying, you know, I'm just not getting enough stuff done because there's still stuff and it's just really overwhelming. And people saying to me, you know, like, look, you're doing a lot of stuff. Things can wait. And I got home from work on, when was it? Friday. Absolutely exhausted. Just the week had really taken it out of me. And I lay on the sofa, play on, I did do a couple of things, like candle related things when I got home. Then I lay on the sofa, I put on my audiobook, play my video game, and I just thought I could just close my eyes and have a little sleep. So I did, for 4 hours. And I woke up, I had things that I needed to do, but I thought, I could do these things in the morning. Emma and Chris are coming up, but they won't be here till midday. We'll do these things in the morning. And I woke up to a text from Emma saying, what's the plan for tomorrow? I was like, okay. I said, well, what time are you getting in? She said, oh, we're already here. And they were already at the hotel, which is literally walking distance from our house, which meant that I did not have the time in the morning that I had budgeted for. And it felt like I took the time. You guys said nothing bad will happen if you just put it off. It can be done tomorrow. Immediately proven incorrect. Immediately. So now, when I come home and I feel like, I just want a little nap, I'll do that tomorrow, I'll have in the back of my mind, don't put it off, because what if you can't do it tomorrow? What if you can't? I mean, that was bad planning on my part, because we still did not have a conversation about what time they were coming in. Usually they would come in the day of, but they came the night before, and I should have checked, and I didn't. But yeah, it's been a large part of my week, possibly month, that I'm just a little bit overwhelmed. A little bit too much of a little bit of everything. And yeah, I just really do feel like I could sleep for a week. I do. But I'm not going to, because I have things to do. That is one negative. I mean, I suppose there's loads of negatives, but one major negative of in any capacity working for yourself is you can't really give yourself time off. And if you want to give yourself time off, like in the back of my mind, I'm also thinking, I'm going to be away soon. If you're going to be actually away, like time off away, then you have to do the work in advance that you would have done while you were away, because nobody's covering you. And so whether that be in videos, in YouTube, or candles, social media, that kind of stuff, you kind of need to have done that ahead of time. And I'm already feeling a little bit maxed out. So I think that's possibly why. I also have, like, in my mind, this is coming up, and I'm not going to be able to get ahead. I just need a full week. I need a week off work before our holiday to, like, really get ahead. I'm just as is. Like Lee said the other day, he was talking about people who get up really early and like really successful people. This is the thing. Like, I don't get up really early. I mean, occasionally, but for the most part, if I need to get something done, I'll stay up late. So there I am, staying up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, getting up at 7, and eventually wondering why it's catching up with me. But that is the only place you can find extra time. Extra time exists. You know, when they say we've got the same hours in the day as Beyonce, you do. But someone who's already successful can sleep for more of those hours. And if you've got things to do above and beyond your regular day, the only hours to do it in are the hours when usually you would be sleeping. So, I don't know. I think that there's somewhere between the grind is a bit toxic and feeling like we should be doing things all the time is not a great mindset. But at the same time, if you want to achieve something, if you want to become something or have something happen, you can't do nothing. Something that did bug me back in the relatively early days was I used to do, a lot. YouTube-wise, I used to post a lot. I know I'm posting every day on my vlog channel at the moment, but like, it was a lot. I had a small child, and I think across 2 channels I was posting 7 or 8 times a week, and it was going really well, and I was enjoying it. And someone said to me, "You're doing too much." Like, you could, like, it came across as there's like care. I don't think it was care. Like, it would come from a place of, or it seemed to come from a place of like, oh, I don't want you to make yourself ill, or this is not sustainable. But looking back, I think it was motivated more by they were not able to keep the same pace as me. They wanted to have more downtime and do regular things. And they didn't want to look like this, probably, on YouTube. And so I really took it to heart, and I thought, yeah, maybe I should be doing less. Maybe my work-life balance should be better. And so I kind of pulled back, and I think about that often, and I think, why did I let that person get in my head? Because some people, I don't know whether or not it's always conscious, but some people will always try to bring you down because they can't get to where you are. And the most frustrating is when it comes across as care, because when you realise it's not care, it's upsetting that they didn't want nice things for you. They didn't want good things for you. They wanted better things for them. You know, we've gone in a strange direction, but that is kind of how these things always go. Look at that. Bit of a faux blow dry. I can't do a blow dry. I don't have the upper arm strength. It's just not in my remit. Oh, I missed something. Oh, I thought there was one still in my hair because it was so up on my head. And there wasn't. There wasn't one. Oh, I love a fake blow dry at any length. Do you know what I do need to find? I keep thinking about, and I just have not properly gone through everything looking for it yet, is I used to have a blow dry brush. I think it was called the Babyliss Big Hair. I loved it. When I had short hair, that was like my go-to. Absolutely. Love it. Absolutely loved it. This is like newsreader hair. I mean, I'm into it, but it is. And I need to find it because it gave me the most volume. It was the easiest way to blow dry my hair because, again, no upper body strength. You don't really need it because it turns for you. So you can alternate the hands that you use. Oh, I love it. I am going to just throw it behind my ears, but I just wanted it to look a little bit. We're going to take some pictures today for the podcast. We need some for just like profile stuff. And just like we need some, this is the podcast pictures. So that is what we're going to do. Right, I'm going to head over now. See Emma there. You will see, we'll be posting it on Emma's channel. You will see the aftermath of this recording session on YouTube. So make sure you watch it when it comes out.